This is PhantomElectricGhost, and this is our first audio-only episode in a long time. We started on Anchor FM back in 2018, primarily doing audio-only podcasts, but this year we kind of transferred over to doing video podcasts through StreamYard on Twitch and our YouTube and Facebook channels. But we've got a brand new record called Drop Gangsta, and it's with our expansive sound style, which is typically writing without a DAW. Previously, we used the Zoom R24 and then an R16 before that. Now we've got the new world of our Zoom Live Track L8 and our Akai Force version 3.1 OS. On top of that, we use an analog preamp from Soyuz microphones called the Launcher for my voice through a ZDM1 mic from Zoom. And so this album called Drop Gangsta is kind of similar to what we did when we got an OPZ from Teenage Engineering. We did an album called The Flower That Blooms at Midnight in the Tomb, and primarily did that whole album with an OPZ with a little grandmother on it. This particular record, again, is primarily using the DAWless capabilities of the Akai Force and recorded directly from the Akai Force into a Zoom Live Track L8. What we like to do with that is to be able to have the kind of spontaneity of live recording, but in a structured way. And so we've got more structure because of the Akai Force allows us to do Ableton Live clip-based recording. And initially, when we didn't understand how to use the arranger, we did our clips, but we kind of did an arranger by doing clips live into the L8. Since then, some of the tracks on this album, we figured out how to use the arranger mode. And so in the arranger mode, you can launch the clips, and it contains all your clips launched in different ways as a full song. And not only can you launch the clips, but you can actually play the pads while recording in arranger mode, having kicked off a clip or not. And you can stop clips and start clips and have them in different positions and use effects and do all kinds of cool animations. Or it's just a really cool way to record and gives you the kind of spontaneity of live recording into like an old Tascam or Fostex, or what we do with the R24. And what we do with the L8, you can actually do totally on the Akai. And the additional thing that we started to do for the next record is integrate a Moog grandmother through MIDI into the device. But we found some issues where we can actually launch and play the Moog grandmother on the pads on the Akai Force. And we can also play it on the keyboard. But when we go to listen to the track in the arranger mode, we can't hear the track. So if anybody has figured out how to do that, there was a guy that was doing a YouTube video on that, but then his wire wasn't good, so he didn't actually go into it. So if anybody can tell us what the right routing for the MIDI in and out and how you should set up your audio and your other instruments to actually take the sound from the grandmother and bring it into the arrangement. That is something that we've struggled with. We, by accident, did it one time, and then we didn't save the setting, and we're trying to get it back. Other than that, let's get into, there's a technical episode about production techniques, but now let's get into the song Tongue, Where Leaves Are. Yes, the first song from the Drop Gangsta record, which is out now on all platforms.
The dirty sheets, I always wanted to taste the cream. Like Adam put it in. Like Adam put it in. And when you put it to Eve. I want to hear the scream. I want to taste everything. Never thought I'd hear a lady scream that she wants everything. I never thought I'd hear a lady scream that she wanted. It's like Adam put her put it to Eve. Put my tongue where I put to Eve. Put my tongue where they'll leave. Yeah, a virtual scream, but it's real cream. You put your tongue where and put it to Eve. Put your tongue where it should be and leave. That's the kind of scene. Like Adam put to Eve. Put your tongue where the should be leaves. Did you hear her? Oh, put the tongue where the Adam put it there. Put the tongue there. Caress her hair. Put it where it should be. Leave. Put it so she screams. That's everything. The sex should be. Put it so she screams. Put it where Adam put it to Eve. Drunk on cream. Drunk everything. Put it where it should be. Leave. Put it where it should be. Leave. Eyes roll back, could be a scream, but shows you everything. Your eyes roll back, such a scream. That blues and clean. Like Adam, put it wood to Eve. Put your tongue where the sugar leaves. Just like Adam, put it to Eve to make her scream. Put it where they should believe. I roll back, scream. Her eyes roll back, skip the coffee, give me the cream. Eyes roll back in that scene, the modern day world. She's my queen. She's always got something for me. Put my tongue where it makes her scream. Adam gave it to Eve. Where cream. Don't forget to scream when your eyes roll back. It's everything. Don't forget to scream.
Didn't want to play the whole track, but yeah, we wanted to get into it because that's the first example on record of us using the new method of recording, of having the Akai Force be the primary center of your studio. And with the new updates, that's really true. I mean, if you go and get a USB hub, you can have all your USB audio going into it. You can set it up. You can have tons of MIDI channels, like 128. You have 8 audio channels, but then because you can link it to a mixer, you could extend that. We're already using it with the Zoom L8. We could use it with our R24. You could use it with a Tascam. There's examples on Sonic State of that. So the next track, it's still, this album is real sexed up. It's Cunning Linguist, My Love, which is, this whole album is dedicated to Miyazawa. And that's, oral sex kind of ode to that. And a lot of these songs are like I said, very sexed up. But this song I really love because I think I integrated a bunch of new things that I learned on the Akai Force in a new style of recording using the pads rather than, I'm a keyboardist, but I'm using the pads because alternate input mechanisms I've been using for a while. I mean, I started with a BeatStep Pro back in 2016 when I created the Ghost, and there's a lot of interesting things that you can do with that. And I've continually used the BeatStep Pro pads to create very interesting music. And I just think it's interesting on how to do that, and it's a good way to record and give yourself a new method. It's just interesting how to do that. So we're going to continue to do that kind of work going forward. It's just what we like to do with the music that we're working on. It's just it's really, it feels cool and interesting to use different methods when you're a keyboardist, because as a synthesis in the first place, we approach our keyboard for every instrument we play. We approach it differently. If you're playing a wind, you can't constantly hit notes because a wind instrument has to take a breath. If you're playing strings, you need to kind of think of how a string player would do it. If you're playing the drums, you got to think about how the drummer's going to do it. And the bass player, you got to think, well, how would you actually pluck the bass with the keyboards? So alternative input mechanisms like pads, you can do, actual like play notes that you aren't possible if you organize your matrix in a way that you couldn't do it on a piano. And so that you can do very interesting things, and we've tried to do that with some of these songs. And so we'll get into the next song, Cunnilingus, My Love.
Cunnilingus, my love. It's better when I saw it. Cunnilingus, my love. 69 times to never be enough. Cunnilingus, my love. Into that mouth of 69 times. So much love. We could get into the rough part. We could get into the rough stuff. But we never wear a glove. Cunnilingus, my love. I'm not into any kind of drug. Cunnilingus with my love. With 5 fingers and fisting out my love. Fisting out my love. We couldn't say it explode. We couldn't say it low. When I drop down low, put my tongue into your very soul. When I drop down low, put my tongue into your very soul. Cunnilingus with my love. Everything enough. You know I'm gonna bust a nut into the heart of your stuff. Cunnilingus, my love. We don't need no effing drug. If it gets rough, Aceto, Damo, it's never enough. 69 times, my love. We know fucking well we don't wear a glove. We're gonna get you pregnant, my love. Gonna get you pregnant, my love. 5 babies enough. 5 babies enough. Cunnilingus with my love. Heaven above. Give me my love. I don't need no effing drug. Into the dominant fuck. You can take it all so rough. Into the dominant love.
Okay, then we're gonna slide out of that metaphorically. So that's kind of
into the dominant love.
Second track off
You
Drop
can
Gangster.
drop down.
Gonna get into the actual title track.
I'm gonna bust a nut when I'm deep into your stuff. Cunnilingus, my love.
Drop Gangster. Now, Drop Gangster is really a clip-based track. Like some of the first 3 tracks on this album are going into the Akai Force and finally understanding what the whole thing about clips are. And you can do that on a Phantom, but we don't have a Phantom. So we've been using old school Juno, GI, JDXI, Courier Mini, um, uh, Mini Brute, 2S, a Moog grandmother, and a bunch of Moog, a DFAM, and a Mother 32, along with a System 1M. And then kind of hodgepodge of since going through our MX1 mixer into our R24. But now with this new style of playing, we've gotten a Akai Force, and we've gone and gotten a Kronos pack that has a bunch of guitars. We went and got the latest update on 3.1, and we've got the Mellotron in there. We've got ARB 2600 emulation. We've got the drum synth that we loaded in. We got the hype synth and all the other stuff that's in there. And so now we're able to kind of get into this whole hip hop, EDM, techno, trap world that uses the MPCs and the Force type of technology. And the difference there is with the key, with the pads on this thing, that there are each there's actually eight tracks you can do, and you can do 8 lanes of these clips, and you can launch them and set them up. And initially what we did is we would set these clips up and then launch them. And then we realized that in the Ranger mode, you can actually, we were manually recording that into the L8. And we didn't understand how to increase our beats, how many, how many measures we were going to have. So once we figured out, we could actually make it like 154, bars. So it's like 5 minutes. So we can make it, and then we can make it longer than that. We realized there's no really limitation. So it has a touch screen. You can zoom in and zoom out, and then we figured out, you can add all these. You can add as many bars as you want. It didn't stop us yet. So now we can have a 5-minute song, and we've done 4-minute songs, but we got a 9-minute song on this record, which is this album's probably shorter than most Phantom albums. There's only like 44 minutes, and we've got some songs that are under 5. But the idea with the arranger mode is you can launch the clips and it remembers everything, and you can actually download it as a WAV file, or you can send it to Ableton, which is really cool. So you can get all the actual pieces of the song to be brought into a DAW, so you can actually work on it. But we primarily work on it within the Akai, because we don't bring it into the DAW. We finalize it by mastering it on a Zoom, and then later we might use Dolby Labs on SoundCloud, because we're a member of that, and that's how we distribute everything through SoundCloud Repost. So we use their Dolby Labs mastering, or we use Landar. If it's longer than 10 minutes, we use Landar, because SoundCloud Dolby Lab won't do anything longer than 10 minutes, but Landar will. So on this album, we'd have to run and test. Everything's on Repost. So if final master is on Repost. So now we're going to get into Drop Gangster. And we'll also remember people to check out Newsly, an app on iOS. And we're going to have a link on that. It reads the news back to you in a natural way. So you can stop scrolling and start listening. We encourage you to go there. Use the Ghost code 2021. Ghost 2021. You get 1 month free subscription. So check out Newsly, the app. It's a pretty cool app. And also check out, again, our sponsor, doublejack.online. And we've got the URL up on this episode. You can check it out again. And so you get out there and do found.ee/doublejack_online. found.ee/doublejack_online. And you can get into philanthropic, long word, philanthropic lottery. That's pretty cool. And you can play Keno, you can play Powerball online. Can't do it in the US unless you know how to use VPN. Then you can. And then you can do whatever you need to do to get out there. So check it out. And we encourage you to, maybe even check out being an influencer on it, because that's what we're doing. So we're going to begin to the next song, which is the title track called Drop Gangster.
Crime, what I do to the darling, the one who paint my lip blue. What's a crime, what I want to do. Get it to the girl, drop gangsta, drop gangsta. Define what I want to do. From behind, get lost through. Get behind, get into. With the darling cream like you. And the drop your down. Get on down. Pull it in, out, and in, until I scream and we gotta do it again. Drop gangsta. You ain't done until it's totally wet. You ain't done until Johnny's eating legs. You ain't done until it's a pretty damn mess. Straight down the party dress, coming all over the bed.
So we'll get out of Drop Gangster. You can kind of get it. It gets really kind of raw and raucous, like most of the songs on this album. But the idea of Drop Gangster, when we got into the song, was we're getting into a little techno, hip hop, into the clip style recording that is kind of associated with those musical genres that we've kind of been in this area, but we never used that type of tool. We didn't use an MPC. We didn't use CDJs. We didn't use anything like that. So it was the first time we jumped into that and was like, okay, we'll have the idea like Drop Gangster. So it was okay, it's an EDM kind of variation of the Phantom. Now he's become a drop gangster. He's going to introduce the drop into the music. But it actually really doesn't put a drop in. What we kind of do with a drop is a clip that goes kind of raucous and kind of discordant. And our kind of expansive drop is more like a slam in than a drop. But so the next song that we pushed as a pre-save is called That Micro Mini Screams Pink, and we did a pretty cool video on YouTube for this, and it's on our you can see the clip when you play it on Spotify. And so we also encourage anybody who listens to our music to please put us on a playlist, save it, favorite it, put the love on it. And also, if you're on our Spotify, hit the COVID-19 button and donate like $1 or $2 or something to the band. It's not a lot of money, but like YouTubers, if you like YouTubers, you do that. If you like a musician, it'd be cool if you do that. Because just to let everybody know, like a lot of average streamer on Spotify, you get like 0.004 of a penny for every stream. So we're not making big bucks. So if you want to really help us out, you give us $1. That's a lot. So $1 if you dig a song and you find that you like it, just send $1 through the PayPal Me. It's not that bad, and it's a cool way to help the bands you love. And we encourage you to do that, even if you don't like us. If you like another band and you're into it, into whatever they're doing, give them $1. Especially independent bands, like big bands. I don't know if you want to do that, but like if you're talking about indie bands who have like under 50,000 fans. That's a cool thing to do and kind of pay it forward. Do that for every band. I would encourage you, if any band you've heard on my program, go out to their Spotify. If they've got that COVID-19 support link for PayPal Me, please hit the button and give them some love, or buy their merch if they're off of merch. We took our merch down because not enough people were buying it. When we do our PEG Festival, we're actually doing it again in February. We did one in July. We had about 22 guests on the podcast. play 30-minute sets. You call it the Peg Bedroom Producer Festival. You can go on YouTube and you can find that playlist. It is day 1, day 2, and day 3 is the Peg Bedroom Producer Festival. We're doing it again in February, so check it out. We're going to have almost the same number of bands or more playing half-hour sets or doing live video or live video that specifically was done for the program but done as a YouTube video, but streamed live for the first time when we run it. So we're going to play that Micro Mini Screams Pink. Maybe.
Just got off the street. What do I see? Fell on my knees. Someone from something. Micro screams, staring at me. Is this the kind of push on pink that you need? Don't you want to eat all the cookie cream? Don't you want to eat all the cookie cream? Isn't that what you need? Bounce this. Just get up off the street. Get up off your knees. Don't do like what you see. Bounce this. Just get up off the street. Look up at what I see. Micro Man screaming at me. Don't you wanna eat all the cookie cream? Bounce this. Just get up off the street. What did I see? All that cookie cream. Boots on pancake screams in the Micro Mini. She said, that's what you need. Not only am I live, not only am I hips, I hit you. Not only am I kiss and kiss you. And that's what you see. That's this. Not what you need. Just get up off the street. Get up off my knees. Mark up and see. Scream push on peg Micro Minute for me. Taste all that cookie cream. Taste all that cookie cream. It's so damn sweet. Not only you look for worse. I just got off the street. I just fell down on my knees. Look up and see. Screaming for some pain. Micro Minute for me. Taste all that cookie cream. Don't you want to taste all my cookie cream? But on my lips taste that sweet. Isn't that what you need? This. Just got up off my knees. Look up and see. Screaming Micro Minute pink. She said, taste all my cookie cream. Don't you want to make me scream? Isn't that what you need? Not only my lips to see, made to make you cream. Not only my lips, don't you see? That's what will make you. Both of you and I scream. The only cookie cream is what you want to eat. Just got up off the street. Just fell down on my knees. Look up and see. Screaming push on pink Micro Minute for me. Don't you want me to see? She said, don't you want me to scream? Don't you want all that cookie cream? Don't you want to be this? Just got up off the street. That's all the cookie cream you want to eat. Don't you want to see the Micro Mini? Don't you scream? Don't want to make me cream. Want to get me on scene. Want it to be. Don't want to taste cream. All my hips make you cream. Make you want to get into the boots on pink. Bounce this, exactly what you need. The micro mini screams. Ain't that the kind of cookie cream? In between the shades. Make sure this is what you need. Don't you want?
We're back from that Micro Mini Screams Pink. And we played a little long. We like that track a lot, so we played a little longer. So the next song is called Type AV Queen. You can kind of guess what AV means if you're into the hard sex stuff. So we like the beat on that one. That one was one of the earlier songs on the Akai Force that we put together. And again, the Akai Force is phenomenal because we're thinking about like our footprint when we go travel. Previously, we've done shows in New York and Boston. We had to rent a freaking van because we have road cases because we have synthesizers and we've got gear and we've got like these big road cases to carry it. And even though I'm a one-person band, I've got like 4 or 5 road cases worth of stuff. So, but that's kind of not possible in this world. And even when we get post-COVID, you don't want to have that kind of overhead. And so the one thing is like the DJs and stuff, they can go around with an SD card and rent a CDJ or rent an MPC. Now that I've got this Akai Force, somebody could have one there. Or I can just get a road case for it, which is more like a suitcase. You can have my Zoom with me. I got my launcher with me, my laptop, and maybe just bring my grandmother or my modular synth unit, my Arturia 6U, which has got my Moog DFAM and drummer from another mother. And I just got a new thing. I just pre-ordered the new JD08, which is one of the boutiques, and that's kind of bringing back like a really cool synth. Was the D800. JD800, which was a really cool modern synth for the 90s, because what it did is, one of the problems with the 90s synths is that like they buried all the controls, and it made so you basically with a DX7 and a D50, a lot of times you just went with the presets because it was too hard to program. So what happened with the JD800 was all the surface controls came back. And so what they've done is this little mini boutique has got a replication of those surface controls in miniature. And what we want to do is bring that in to the Akai Force and bring all that goodness of those like 90s tones into it as a MIDI instrument and bring it in. So again, we really want to know how to actually get the sound recorded into the Akai Force when you're using an external MIDI instrument. Because when we do that, we don't just want to have to. It's cool we can control with the pads, and we got the low keyboard control, the KB25, but it would be cool if somebody can send a direct message to our PhantomElectricGhost Instagram, or on Facebook, direct message, PhantomElectricGhost. How do you get, like I have a grandmother, so if anybody's got a grandmother in an Akai Force, please send a direct message to PhantomElectricGhost, and if you've been able to get the audio recorded into the arranger mode so you can actually get it into the grid, not just the MIDI notes. We've seen the MIDI notes come in, but then we don't hear anything. And we've got the audio set so we can actually hear it. We can actually play it with the pads. We can play it with the keyboard. We see the MIDI notes being recorded, but when we play it back, we don't hear anything. So it's something we're doing wrong, and we're not understanding how to get the sound from the Moog. We've actually got the line going from the Moog into the input line 1 of the Akai. We've got it, and you can hear it kicking off, and we're actually listening to it out of the Akai. Well, the Akai is sending it to the live track, and then we're listening to the monitor. But it's actually coming out of the Akai. So we know the sound's in the Akai, but it's not actually recording it. So that's one thing that's somewhat frustrating to me. It would be, why can't you just get a real-time recording on the Akai, so it makes it simple to actually record audio instruments that actually have a signal? And there's something I'm missing or I don't understand. Maybe it has to do with arming and recording tracks, but I tried that and I couldn't get it to work. So I'll try it again later today. I try to do it again, but I hate to have to spend so much time. So we're gonna get into Type AV Queen.
When you dangle that boots on pink in front of me, and like your pussy, I'm a dog in here. When you dangle that boots on pink in front of me, I'm a dog in your pussy. And then dog in your pussy. I wanna drink that cream. When you dangle that boots on pink in front of me, I'm a dog in here. Some pink in front of me, and I want to drink all the cream. You know it's just a me. You know I'm not a me. You know I wanna get in deep, get in deep. You know I'm not a me. You know I wanna do it. When you dangle the boots on pink, I'm a dog, and you're a pussy. When you dangle, I'm a freak. I can stay in there with my tongue. When you dangle, the boots on pink in front of me, I'm a dog in the heat. When you know I'm not an average freak, I wanna come over me. Come all over your me. I'm not your average freak. I wanna do it 7 days. I'm not your average freak. I won't come until I make you scream. When you dangle that boots on pink, I'm a dog. When you down, the boots on pink, you know I wanna come over you, man. I won't get hard unless you scream, hard unless you bleed all over me. I won't get hard unless you scream like a stone said, come bleed all over me. Come bleed all over me. Like the stone said, come bleed all over freak. Like the stone said, go bleed all over freak. You're the kind of woman I need. You want it harder. You spin when I go deep. You're the one I need for at least this week. Talk to your girlfriend and see if she'll scream.
That is Type AV Queen.
You're the one that I need. How do you?
Sometimes when you're a musician, there's songs that you really like. I like that, and Micro Mini Screams Pink are some of my favorites from this record. No, another song that we really dig a lot is just for the content that sometimes we're just doing stream of consciousness and we come up with something and we feel that this particular song was a really interesting song because it's kind of like it talks about, you know, the dynamic of somebody with their lover wanting to get it on, but they live in the heart of urban decay. And there's all this gunplay by gangsters going on, but they're not going to be afraid because they're like in love, but they can't leave the city. They're in this area that's kind of the heart of urban decay, but they don't want to feel like they're being bullied or threatened by the gangsters. And they even say, you know, it's actually society is not educating them. These people have been betrayed by society, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. So there's all this destruction happening, but there's somewhat redemption in the idea of sex and love is positive, and you can have a child, and that child could change the world, or the love could bring you to a better place because it's the idea love could bring you somewhere better than where you are. And that's the whole point of this song. So we're going to lay in the heart of urban decay, and hope you like it.
Me and my darling lay in the heart of urban decay, and a gunplay that makes us all afraid. Me and my darling lay in the cut of the funk all the way, and we know what we want today. Me and my darling lay, it'll get pretty crazy in the heart of the urban decay. The only thing that we have is delay. Delay, baby, lay. And my darling, lay in the cut all day. In the fuck way. Me and my darling, we ain't afraid. We're gonna fuck all day. We ain't afraid of gunplay of those young dudes so betrayed by the educational grade that left them all betrayed, and the world won't get you straight. Me and my love laying in the cut all day. In the heart of the urban decay, and the gunplay of those too afraid to face their own fate. Me and my darling lay in the cut all day. We fuck 'cause that's where we way. That's the only way we find grace. In the fuck, in the lay. And my darling, we ain't afraid of the young dudes and all that gunplay. Me and my darling, we have grace. In the heart of the fuck fade. We laying it all day. And yeah, his, her face, his, her way. You're doing it all day. His, her face, do it crazy. Me, my darling, we ain't afraid of the urban decay. Me and my darling, we lay in the cut all day. And we wanna fuck all the way to the final grace. We wanna get to that place. Me and my darling, we ain't afraid of the urban decay. Those young folks betrayed by those without any grace. They're all about the hate they bait. Yeah, my darling, we ain't afraid of the urban decay and the constant gunplay of those young Buddha trade, of those young dudes betrayed by those uptown without any fucking grace. Me and my darling are stuck in a cut all way. We fuck for grace. We fuck each other's face. We fuck and we never fade. Me and my darling, Born in the heart of urban decay. Do it all the way. And we hear the young punk gunplay. And the folks have been betrayed by the love town up on the Hayfade Bay. They're all waylaid. Me and my darling will be past the grade. We fuck each other's face. Me and my darling in the heart of urban decay. We ain't afraid of that urban gunplay. All those dudes by a system betrayed. Uptown they're on the Hayfade Bay. Uptown they're on Hayfade Bay. They without grade. They can't get in the fucking way. Me and my darling crazy. Me and my darling with the crazy. You can fuck the Hayfade Bay. Me and my darling with the fuck crazy. We do it all the way. We do it all the way. Me and my darling in the heart of the fuck grace. At the heart of the urban decay.
So we let that song play out a little bit more. That was We Lay in the Heart of Urban Decay. And it's like we like the lyrics we did for that one. So the last song on the album is called Hayfade Babies. And we're going to get into that. But again, this whole album was just kind of like a demonstration of our first take at using an Akai Force. And it's been really a big revolution. We've actually spent a lot of time using it. We're actually going to get back into playing the keys on our other gear and try to integrate this. Our next step is to actually, we actually have it away from the other gear to kind of make us only use it. But the next step is to actually take it and put it back, put it over with all the other gear, and then actually take a song that we started in here and maybe do the do like keyboard overlays from the Moog or the Roland, or even have my modular gear also kind of run, as this being the central processing for everything. So in that way we could CV connect it to the Moogs and actually have it kick off the Moogs, or MIDI connect it, or however you want to do it, but make it like the central kind of example. I think there was a Masonic state that showed using this as their central mechanism. We have not explored CV on this yet. We've explored the MIDI. We do want to see what happens when we connect it to our 6U and try to run our Mother 32 or our DFAM. So my voice is kind of going, so we're going to play the last song and fade out the whole episode from there.
Hey baby, it's okay. You say that I got no grace. Yeah, hey baby, it's okay. You say that I could be replaced. Hey baby, every day do it the hard way. Hey baby, smiling face, dripping tongue, three the hard way. Hey baby, I could be replaced. Your girlfriend said she did me yesterday. Hey baby, that's all fake. Knowing you can't even relate. Hey baby, it is a mistake. Everybody knows you could be replaced. I hate that, babe. Without grace, a 3 hard way in your face. I hate that, babe. We're all fake. I know your girlfriend had you replaced. Hate that, babe. Don't bang. No, you could be a cat. Hey, babe. Don't wait. Say that I could be fake. Hey, babe. Go that way. Hey, babe. Know that grace. Know that I could be replaced. Hey, babe. His and her face. Hey, babe. You didn't do it without grace. Hey, babe. His and her face. 69 in a smiley way. She said I could be replaced. I could be on the fade. Hey, babe. I could be replaced. I could be on the definite fade. Hey, babe. You know I wait the girlfriend, cause she did me yesterday. Hey, babe. We know we're all fake. Y'all know we could be easily replaced. Hey, babe. You trade that way before it's all great. Hey, babe. Here's her face. Know that I'm definitely on the fade. Hey, babe. The girlfriend said she wants it in my bed. Wants that little dad. Hey, babe. Do you regret everything that you ever said? Hey, babe. It's all hate. Know that you could be replaced. You can feel the hate. You can feel the hate. You can masturbate. Know you wanna feel the fade. Know you wanna feel cause you're without grace. Hey, babe. It's okay. You said I could be replaced. Hey, babe. 3 the hard way. Know your girlfriend said it later out yesterday. Later all the way. Could say I'm without grace. Hey, babe. We all can be replaced. Hey, babe. We all don't have any grace. Hey, babe. No, it's okay. I want it 3 the hard way. 3 the hard way. Got no grace. No, we're all fake.
This is PhantomElectricGhost, and Newsly is an audio app for iOS and Android. It picks up web articles about the most trending topics on the web at any given moment and reads them to you in a natural human voice. So for the first time in history on the net, the web becomes listenable. Browse articles from topics you choose and start playing, stop scrolling, start listening. They have podcasts as well, so explore trending podcasts from over 40 countries. Our podcast, the PhantomElectricGhost podcast, is on there too, so download and use Newsly for free now from www.newsly.me. So that's www.newsly.me, and that's NEWSLY.me. And so use the promo code GHOST2021 and receive a 1 month free premium subscription. So like that's a pretty cool deal. So all you gotta do is use Ghost 2021 and you get a 1 month free premium subscription to Newsly. Check it out. You'll like it. I listen to it every day and it's really great. Thank you. And keep on listening to Peg and everything else on Anchor FM and Spotify podcast. Thank you.